Welcome to day 4 of the free course where I will teach you how to create a membership system. In today's video we are going to create forgot password system. So for this we need one page that will have only email and some button, let's say forgot password. Okay, when someone presses on this button, data will be sent to the server. On the server inside PHP, we are going to accept this email, and after that we are going to search inside our users table, okay, that email. Once we find that user with this email exists, okay, we will create a random string, put it inside our table. For example, random string will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't matter, okay, and on this email that user sent, okay, we will send mail containing something like our domain, which will be okay URL, and here we will put token equal this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Once user get this email, he will be able to click on it, and when he click, he will come to another page that we will set up, and inside this page we will just write PHP code, okay, like this, and we will check this. So using get method, okay, get method, we will check if this token exists inside our database, and once we find it, okay, we will use it and then change the password, okay, or we will just output some form where user can enter the new password. So pretty much that's it, very simple. So let me now show you on the computer how we are going to do that. So now once you know how the forgot password system is working, let me write the code and show you how to do it from this point. So first we need to make form, okay, it will go to the forgot password system. We will have one input, email, okay, and placeholder will be email, okay, and we will have one input, type of button, name will be forgot pass, value is send password, better say request password, it doesn't matter really, and that's it. We check that in the browser. Here we go, very simple, okay. Now we are going to write our PHP code like always, okay. So if post forgot pass, so if user pressed this button, it should be here submit, sorry, if user press this submit button, this code here will execute. So first thing is we need to make connection to our database, which is localhost, root, password is empty, and our database is membership system, okay. Now email we need to escape like always, okay, and now we need to see do we have inside our database email. So data equal connection query select ID from users where email equal email. Let's see how many rows we have. If data numerals bigger than 0, that means this email exists inside database, else echo please check your inputs. Okay, so now once we know that user exists in the database and that email is correct, we now need to generate a random string and send user email with this random string. So before I write here the function that will actually generate 10 chars random string, I'm going to show you on the table how we are going to do that. So before we move any further, let me show you two functions that we will need in order to generate random string. So first function will be so basically what this function is doing, she will take our string and mix all characters, so that will change the position. So if we have, for example, string like Senaid, this function will use this string here, okay, and transform it in something like just random characters of this string. So it will be maybe D, A, E, N, S, A, who knows, but it's just random string. Okay, that is first function that we will need to do. And the second function is substring. Okay, the result of this function is that it will take the part of the string. So we will write it like this: substring some string like Senaid, and we are going to say how many chars we are going to use from this string. So it will be, for example, from the 0 to 3 chars, and the result of this function will be 1, 2, 3 Sn. Okay, but so you can better understand how this is working, let's say like this. We have something like this. So S, A, N, A. Okay, and the positions of these chars are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we use this from 0 to 3, we can see it is S-A-N, okay? If we use substring for, let's say, 2.4, it will use this, okay, and go 4 chars, so it will be N-A-I-D. If we use it from the 1 to 3, the result will be A and A. And pretty much that's it. So first we will use some string, mix all those chars. After that we will just took the first 10 chars and put it to some variable. And on that way we have generated random string. So let me now show you on the computer how we are going to do that. So now once we know how we are going to generate random string, let me just write it here. So our string that we will use for shuffle is, let's say, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just random chars from your keyboard. Here are some of my random chars. So first step we need to do is to shuffle. Okay. So we'll make mix of these strings, and the next thing is we need to use 10 characters of this string, right? And that's it, very simple. Okay, so let me now just few times to show you what happens when we execute. Okay, so like this. So this is my email. Check this. Continue. Each time we are getting new different string, and the length is 10 chars. Okay, that's it. So now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to send email to this customer or user or whatever it is for your members area, and so he can click on that link and reset his password. So the function we are going to use is mail. First option is to write to who we are sending email, and basically that is our email, this one here. Okay, the next that we are going to write is what will be the subject line of this. So let's say reset password. The next one is the message that he will be inside the email he gets. So let's say like, to reset your password, please visit this, and let's write here the link. So it will be http your domain.com that you will use /members/ let's say reset password.php. Let's just use like this. Okay, so it will be easier for you to see this. And as we said, token equal, and that will be actually this string. So token equal string, and email equal email. Okay, let's just comment this so it will not execute. I want to show you this URL. Let's check this. So it will be domain.com members /reset password.php /token, and this is what we will have inside our database and what we will check. Okay, and we will also check this email. So only if the user have same token and have same email, we will reset his password, nothing else. Okay, so please visit. Let's put here URL. We need to uncomment this line. Okay, and the next one will be who is sending this email. So we need to say from and write some email that you will use to send. So for example, my another email domain.com, and we need to always add this. Okay, and pretty much that's it. Very simple. If you execute now this inside your XAMPP, we will not get any email, because on XAMPP we need to make some settings in order to be able to send email. But since it really depends on your operating system and other things, I'm not going to show you inside this video. But if you execute this code inside your hosting, real hosting, paid one or even free one, you will 100% get email. Okay, and the next thing is, as you already know, we need update our table, and near this email we need update this token. Okay, so we need to execute query, which is connection query, and now we are using the SQL command that we learned in previous video. So it will be update users set token equal token str where email equal our email. That's it. So since we are not able to send mail, I will just comment because I'm testing this on the local host. But let's see, continue. Okay, and let's see our okay, here we have a token, and so as you can see, not all users are updated, only the one that requested password, and this is this one. Okay, and the last one. So when you test this on your real hosting, you will uncomment this, and let's just say to user, please check your email. That's it. Very simple. Okay, Now the next thing we are going to do is we need to create this file resetpassword.php inside members folder. So when someone inside this email click on the link or copy paste it to his browser, he will actually be able to reset password. So members, new file, reset password. Okay, and here we are going to write some PHP code. So let's say if is set get email and is set get token, do this, else we will just redirect the user to our login. Else header, sorry, location login PHP. Okay, next let's test this. So if we try to open rest password, will be redirected to login PHP. But we try with this email equal fake email at live.com and token equal, and let's use the token inside here. Okay, we will be able to open reset password PHP, but since we don't have any code here, nothing shown. Okay, so first thing is we are going to make connection like always. New MySQLi localhost. We should save this line inside some file so that we don't need each time to type this code. You know, it's really boring, but I want to type it each time so that you remember it and so you learn it, so that you really know how things working. So later we will learn about functions and similar stuff, so we really won't need to type this code each time, but for now just do it. Okay, so we need to escape real escape string, and this time we use get email, and same thing for token. So token. Okay, now let's see how many rows we have inside the database containing this email and token. So if data equal connection query select So if we can't find any user that have this email and token, let's say just echo please check your link. Okay, and otherwise we are going to change the user password. So we have few options really. We can just output some HTML form and ask user to type his new password, or we can do it, we can just create random password and update it and just send to user. But since I really want that you try again to write a random string, I will just create random string and save it as the user password and show it to the user. So let's say again string equal some random charge from your dashboard keyboard, sorry, it doesn't matter. So first thing we need to do is shuffle. So this string will be mixed. Okay. Another thing is we need to get only, since this is password, we can get like 15 chars this time. So just for practice, so let's say 15. Okay. And final thing we need to do with our password is encrypt. So encrypted password we will save inside database, and to the user we will show this password. So first thing is, let's update user password. So connection query update users set password equal password. Okay, and to the user we are going to say echo your new password is, and let's say it will be strong, or we don't need, it will be suture. Okay, let's see now how this is working. So if we open database and see what it say 5BAA. Now let's try. It says this is my new password, and let's see what happens inside database. This is new. Okay, now this is the point. I made mistake so that you can see what will happen if we don't use where clause. Okay, so all the users inside this table are updated, and you have to be 100% sure that never this happens. Okay, this should never happen, because you can have inside your members dashboard 1,000, 2,000, millions of users, billions, and all passwords will be updated, and that is really huge mistake, and you need to take care of. So the mistake is right here, and I want you to see what has happened. So we should do this, where email equal email. Okay, so let's test now again. Okay, new password and users. Okay, so as you can see now the password is only changed for this user. Okay, the next thing we should do is we want to remove this token. So if user can each time just do this, that means this is huge security problem, because what if someone reads the email of the user that we sent to him, and he can just click on the link and each time he can change the password. So that is huge problem. Now we are going to add this one more thing and say token equal empty. Okay, let's check that. Reset the password and token is empty. Okay, so now if I'm going to do this, please check your link. So it's not possible to 2 or 3 times use the same link to change the email, and that is really important. And pretty much that's it for this time. Forgot password system is working completely fine right now. So if you guys have any questions, please visit the thread inside our Facebook community, and I will be happy to answer any question you might have. So until tomorrow, bye bye.